இனிய பாரத தேவியாலயம் புனரெழுப்ப ஆசை கொண்டோம். கணப்பொழுதெனும் ஓய்வு இன்றி புயலுடன் போராட வேண்டும். கொந்தளிக்கும் அலைகளிடையே உறுதியுடன் முன்னேற வேண்டும். உடைக்க வந்திடும் பேரலைகளின் தாக்குதலையே தாங்க வேண்டும். மெல்லவே முன்னேறி சென்று லட்சிய கரையேற வேண்டும். தனது உடலை தனது எனவே கூறவும் வழியின்றி போகும் ராஷ்டிர படகினை வழி நடத்தும் கருவியாகிட ஆசை கொண்டோம். இதயத்தூரும் அன்பு அனைத்தும் தாயின் திருவுருவில் கலந்து இனிய பாரத தேவியாலயம் புனரெழுப்ப ஆசை கொண்டோம். புனரெழுப்ப ஆசை கொண்டோம். கரெக்டாக டயத்துக்கு ஆரம்பிச்சு யார் வராங்க வர பார்த்தீங்களா கரெக்டாக ஆரம்பிச்சுங்க. இது விநாயகர் அது இது பண்ணோன்னா சின்னதாக
குட் ஈவினிங் டு ஆல். ஸோ இங்கே வந்திருக்க அனைவருக்கும் மிக நன்றி. ஸோ இன்னும் சிறிது நேரத்தில் நம்ம இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை ஆரம்பிச்சிடுவோம். இது பார்த்திங்கனாக்கா எலெக்ஷன்ஸ் பற்றி, வரக்கூடிய எலெக்ஷன்ஸை பற்றி ஒரு டேட்டா பேஸ் ட்ரிவன் ஒரு அனாலிசிஸ் நாகராஜன்ஜி பண்ண போகிறாரு. அவர் தவிர நம்மளுடைய பரத்ராம் அவர்களும் பண்ண போகிறாரு. ஸோ லெட் அஸ் இன்வைட் தம். ஸோ ஃபோனெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் மியூட்டில் வச்சுருங்க, வேறு எதுவும் வேண்டாம். ஸோ திஸ் எலெக்ஷன் சீசன் இஸ் ரியலி இப்போ பார்த்திங்கன்னா பிக்கிங் அப். அது பார்த்திங்கன்னா எல்லா இடத்துலையும் எலெக்ஷன் ஃபீவராகவே இருக்குது. ஒவ்வொரு கட்சியை சார்ந்தவங்களும் ஸோ நாங்கள் இவ்வளோ வருவோம்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஃபீட்பேக் பார்த்திங்கனாக்கா ஸோ லைக் ஒவ்வொரு கட்சிக்காரங்களும் தங்களுக்கு ஃபேவரபுளாக சொல்லிகிட்ருக்காங்க. இதில் விஜய் ஃபேக்டர்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது. ஸோ ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன். விஜய் எல்லாரையும் பாதிப்பார், அப்படி அதனால் எல்லாருக்கும் ஈக்குவலாக தான் பாதிப்பு வரும்னு சில பேர் நினைக்கிறாங்க. சில பேர் எங்களுக்கு பாதிப்பு வராது, அடுத்தவங்களுக்கு தான் பாதிப்பு வரும்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ஹியர். ஸோ வி வில் கோ இன் டு தி டிபேட். வெல்கம் சார். ஐ வெல்கம் மிஸ்டர் பரத்ராம் சார் டு டேக் ஹிஸ் சீட். உட்காருங்க சார். சார் வாங்க சார்.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். வெளியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட்ஸ் அனைவரையும் உள்ளே வந்து அமருமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். நிகழ்ச்சி இறைவணக்கத்துடன் தொடங்குகிறது. 5 கரத்தனை யானை முகத்தனை இந்தின் இளம்பிறை போலும் எயிற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞான கொழுந்தினை புந்தியில் வைத்து அடி போட்டுகின்றோமே. மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்முடைய டிஆர்எஃப் என்கிற தொடுவானம் ரிசர்ச் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் என்ற குடையின் கீழே இருக்கக்கூடிய வைகறை விவாத மேடை, இந்த வைகறை விவாத மேடையின் 2வது விவாத கூட்டம் பிப்ரவரி மாதம் கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு மாதத்திற்கு முன்பு ஒரு முதல் நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்தினோம். இந்த வைகறை விவாத மேடை அதனுடைய தாற்பயம் என்னவென்றால், இப்போது நம்முடைய சித்தாந்தத்தில் சொல்லுவோம், இருள் மருள் தெருள் அருள் என்று சொல்லுவோம். இருள் ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் இக்னரன்ஸ், இருட்டில் இருப்போம், என்ன எதுன்னே தெரியாது. கொஞ்சமாக ஒரு சின்ன வெளிச்சம் வரும், வரையில் மருண்டுருவோம், ஒரு மாதிரி தெரியும், ஆனால் என்னன்னு தெரியாது. அது கயிறா பாம்பா ஆளா ஆவியா, ஒரு மருட்சி ஏற்படும். அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம சுய ஒளி, செல்ஃப் லைட், அதுக்கப்புறம் கேதரிங் நாலேஜ் ஃப்ரம் அவுட் சைடு, அந்த வெளியிலிருந்து பிறக்கக்கூடிய அறிவுபூர்வமான தகவல், அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு தெளிவு பிறக்கும், அதுக்கு தெருள்னு பேர். இந்த தெளிவை ஏற்படுத்தக்கூடிய அந்த தெளிவை ஏற்படுத்தக்கூடிய பணிகளில் ஒரு சிறு பணியாக இந்த வைகறை விவாத மேடை இயங்குகிறது. அதுவும் இப்போ நடப்பு நிகழ்ச்சிகளில் நடப்பு தலைப்புகளில் நாங்கள் விவாதங்களை நடத்தி கொண்டு இருக்கிறோம். இப்போதைக்கு ஹாட் டாபிக் என்னென்னா எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும், இந்த தேர்தல். சென்ற மாதம் நடைபெற்ற நிகழ்வில் திரு பத்ரி சேஷாத்ரி அவர்களும் யூஎன் கண்ணன், யூஎன் ஃபார்மல் அஃபிஷியல் யூஎன் கண்ணன் என்பவரும் கலந்து கொண்டார்கள். அதிலே நம்முடைய தொடுவானம் ரிசர்ச் ஃபவுண்டேஷனுடைய நிறுவனராகிய திரு நாகராஜன் அவர்கள் ஒரு பெரிய ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் கொடுத்தாரு. அது ஒரு 5 மாநில தேர்தல்களை பற்றிய ஒரு விவாதம். ஒவ்வொரு மாநிலத்திலையும் ப்ரோஸ் அண்ட் கான்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குது, என்ன நிலைமையில் இருக்குது, எப்படியாக மாறலாம், மாறுவதற்குரிய வாய்ப்புகள், இதை பற்றிலாம் ஒரு மேலோட்டமாக அதை பற்றிய ஒரு விவாதமும் அதற்கு பின்னால் கேள்வி பதில் நிகழ்ச்சியும் இருந்தது. இன்றைக்கு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக 2வது நிகழ்ச்சியாக இந்த தேர்தலுக்கு முன்னால் ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்தணும் அப்படின்னு முடிவு பண்ணி இந்த 2வது செமினாரை இன்றைக்கி 2வது விவாதத்தை இப்போ நடத்துகிறோம். போஸ்ட் எலெக்ஷன், தேர்தலுக்கு பின்னால் போஸ்ட்மார்ட்டம் ஆஃப் எலெக்ஷன்ஸ், அந்த தேர்தலுடைய பாதிப்புகள், இந்த தேர்தலுடைய முடிவுகள் எவ்வாறு அமைந்தன அப்படிங்கிறத ஒரு விவாதத்திற்குரிய தலைப்பாக எடுத்துகிட்டு, தேர்தலுக்கு பின்னால் முடிவுகள் வந்த பின்னால் நிச்சயமாக ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சி இருக்கும். இன்றைய நிகழ்ச்சி பெரும்பாலும் தமிழ்நாட்டை பற்றி, தமிழ்நாட்டு தேர்தலை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் விரிவாக விளக்கமாக விவாதம் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு முடிவு பண்ணியிருக்கோம். என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா, இன்றைக்கி தமிழ்நாட்டில் 2 கூட்டணிகள் அமைக்கப்பட்டு இருக்கின்றன. மேஜர் 3 இல்லை 4 கூட சொல்லலாம். பட் மேஜர் 2 கூட்டணி, நயவஞ்சகம், நம்பிக்கை துரோகம், நம்ப வைத்து கழுத்தறுத்தல், அதெல்லாம் 2 பக்கமும் மிக தாராளமாக நடந்திருக்கிறது. அப்புறம் இன்னொரு பக்கம் அரசியல் சாணக்கியத்தனம்லாம் அசடு வழிந்து கொண்டு இருக்கிறது, அதுவும் நடந்திருக்கு. இந்த சூழ்நிலையில் தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய தேர்தலை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் விளக்கமாகவும் விரிவாகவும் இன்றைக்கு 2 அறிஞர் பெருமக்கள் நம்முடைய கலந்துரையாட இருக்கிறார்கள். திரு நாகராஜன் அவர்கள் தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு முன்னாலே, ஒரு செஃபாலஜிஸ்ட். அவரும் மதுரையிலிருந்து திரு பரத்ராம், அவர் போல் பல்ஸ்னு என்று ஒரு நிறுவனம் வைத்திருக்கிறார், அதனுடைய ஃபவுண்டர். அவரும் ஒரு ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் கொடுக்க இருக்காங்க. அவர்களுடைய பங்களிப்புக்கு பின்னால் பார்வையாளர்களிடமிருந்து கேள்விகளை எதிர்பார்க்கிறோம். ஒரே கேள்வியை 2 பேருக்கும் கேட்கலாம், இல்லை ஒவ்வொருத்தருடையும் உங்களுடைய கேள்விகளை கேட்கலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த ஒரு கேள்வி பதில் ஒரு விவாதம் நிச்சயம் இருக்கும். இப்பொழுது நாம் நிகழ்ச்சியை துவங்கலாம். நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பின்னால் உங்களிடமிருந்து கேள்விகளை எதிர்பார்க்குறோம். We can have a very good discussion on that subject. So I request Mr. Nagarajan and Mr. Bharatram to start the program.
Hello. Thank you. Hello, good evening. இன்னைக்கு என்னுடைய ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஐ ஸ்டார்ட் வித் பை சேயிங் இந்த எலெக்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து வை ஆர் தே ரெலவெண்ட் ஃபார் அஸ். இந்த 4 ஸ்டேட்டு சேர்த்து போட்டோம்னா வந்து நியர்லி 1/6 ஆஃப் இந்தியா வில் பி ஓட்டிங் இன் தீஸ் எலெக்ஷன்ஸ். லோக்சபா சீட்டுன்னு வச்சு பார்த்தோம்னா ஐ திங்க் 1/5 ஆஃப் லோக்சபா சீட்ஸ் ஆர் கவர்ட் இன் திஸ் அப்கமிங் எலெக்ஷன்ஸ். ஸோ நம்பர் வைஸ் ரொம்ப சிக்னிஃபிகண்ட். பட் இன்னொரு சைட்லேருந்து பார்த்தோம்னா இது 4மே வந்து நான் ஹிந்தி ஸ்பீக்கிங் ஸ்டேட்ஸ். அண்ட் 4 ஸ்டேட்லேயுமே வந்து ரீஜனல் ஐடென்டிட்டி இஸ் அ வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் இஷ்யூ. இந்தியாவில் நம்ம ஜென்ரலாக பார்க்குறது என்னென்னா இது மாதிரி ரீஜனல் ஐடென்டிட்டி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டாக இருக்கிற ஸ்டேட்ஸில் வந்து நேஷ்னல் பார்ட்டிஸ்க்கு வந்து ஆல்வேஸ் மோர் சேலஞ்சிங். அண்ட் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்லி பெங்கால் எடுத்துட்டோம்னா இட் இஸ் அ ஸ்டேட் வேர் BJP has invested a lot of time and effort. And Bengal result, என்னுடைய ஒப்பீனியனில் will have some impact on the very crucial Uttar Pradesh election in the next year. இதில் especially positive momentum வந்ததுன்னா I think it will be a very very big plus for the BJP. I will start with Assam. First, I'll start with a very very brief map of Assam. இதில் நான் என்ன ஹைலைட் பண்ண விரும்புகிறேன்னா வந்து அசாம் இஸ் ஃபுல்லி அ பிளெயின். ஸோ ஓவர் ஹிஸ்ட்ரி நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எவ்ரி சைட்லேருந்து வந்து பீப்புள் ஹவ் கம் இன் டு அசாம். அசாம்ங்கிற பேரே வந்து அஹம்கர்லேருந்து தான் வருது. அஹம்ஸ் வேர் பீப்புள் ஹூ கேம் ஃப்ரம் சைனா ஆல் த வே இன் டு அசாம். பட் சப்சிக்வெண்ட் மைக்ரேஷன் வேவ்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1881 வந்து பிரிட்டிஷர்ஸ் ஹவ் செட் Ahams were only 10% of the population of Assam. And இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா Ahams are about 3 to 4% of Assam. ஸோ இங்கே கிரிட்டிக்கல் இஷ்யூன்னு ஒன்று பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யார் ஹூ இஸ் அசாமீஸ் அதுதான் வந்து டிஃபைனிங் இஷ்யூ. அசாம்னுடைய இன்னொரு இப்போ ரிலிஜன் வைஸ் பிரேக்கப் எடுத்து பார்த்தோம்னா இட் இஸ் எ ஸ்டேட் வேர் முஸ்லிம் பாப்புலேஷன் இஸ் அபவுட் 34%. One of the states where it's very very high. Switch off. Yeah, one of the states where Muslim population is very very high. But இன்னொரு peculiar feature அசாம்து பார்த்தோம்னா இது பெங்காலோட கோரிலேட் பண்ணச்சே அது வேற மாதிரி தெரியும். அசாமில் வந்து முஸ்லிம் பாப்புலேஷன் இஸ் வெரி வெரி கான்சென்ட்ரேட்டட். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த ரீஜன் பார்த்தோம்னா இட் இஸ் 50% ப்ளஸ். இந்த ரீஜன் பார்த்தோம் 50% ப்ளஸ். இங்கே ஒரு ரீஜன் 50% ப்ளஸ். இன் தீஸ் ரீஜன்ஸ் 30%. ஸோ பங்களாதேஷ் பார்டரில் இருக்கிற எல்லா டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்லேயுமே வந்து முஸ்லீம் பாப்புலேஷன் இஸ் வெரி ஹை அண்ட் வெரி கான்சென்ட்ரேட்டட். அப்பர் அசாம்னு இந்த ஏரியாவுக்கு போனோம்னா தெர் இஸ் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் தெர் இஸ் நோ கிரேட் முஸ்லீம் presence at all. ஸோ இந்த ஸ்டேட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இட் இஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி கம்யூனலி டிவைடட். ஒன் போர்ஷன் லாட் ஆஃப் முஸ்லிம்ஸ், ஒன் போர்ஷன் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஹிந்து, இன்னொரு கலர், இந்த கலரில் இருக்கிறது எல்லாம் வந்து வாட் தீஸ் ஆர் ட்ரைபல் ஏரியாஸ். இங்கே வந்து வேறு வேறு ட்ரைப்ஸ் இருக்கா, தே ஆர் நாட் ஒரே ட்ரைப் கிடையாது, அண்ட் தே டோன்ட் ஆல் கெட் அலாங். அண்ட் ஒரு ஏரியாலையும் வந்து ஆட்டோனமஸ் கவுன்சில்ஸ்னு தே ஆர் ரூல்ட் பை ஆட்டோனமஸ் கவுன்சில்ஸ். அசாமில் இன்னொரு பெக்யூலியர் ஃபீச்சர் என்ன இருக்குன்னா 2023 டீலிமிட்டேஷன் ஆயிருக்கு. அந்த டீலிமிட்டேஷனில் என்ன ஆயிருக்குன்னா வந்து முஸ்லிம் மெஜாரிட்டி இருக்கிறதுல வந்து 45 சீட்ஸ் ஹஸ் கம் டவுன் டு 38 சீட்ஸ். ஸோ 7 சீட் குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. ட்ரைபல் ஏரியாஸில் 6 சீட் ஜாஸ்தியாக இருக்குது. ஹிந்து மெஜாரிட்டி ஏரியாவில் 1 சீட் கூடியிருக்கு. இதனுடைய எலெக்ஷன் இம்ப்ளிகேஷன் என்னன்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, ஒரு பார்ட்டி வித்தவுட் டூயிங் வெரி வெல் இன் முஸ்லிம் மெஜாரிட்டி ஏரியாஸ் கேன் ஸ்டில் வின். Path to victory for such a party is much easier. இப்போ வந்து அசாமில் what are the key issues? One big issue is BJP government, one big achievement is BJP government has invested a lot in infrastructure. அசாமில் இருக்கிறவா கிட்டேயே பேசும்போது என்ன கிளியராக தெரியறதுன்னா வந்து பிரிட்ஜ், ரோடு, அதிலெல்லாம் மேசிவ் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் has happened and ease of mobility has become much better. ஹேமந்த பிஸ்வ சர்மா வந்து நிறைய வந்து வெல்ஃபேர் ஸ்கீம்ஸ், ரொம்ப பாப்புலர் ஸ்கீம்ஸ் ஆர் இன் ஆப்ரேஷன். ஈவன் மார்ச்சில் கூட 2 ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் ஸ்கீம் அவர் பண்ணியிருக்கார். ஒன்று வந்து 6,000 rupees or so he has given to tea garden workers. அண்ட் இன்னொரு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 9,000 rupees he is given to about 40 lakh women, one time grant. ஸோ இந்த டீ கார்டன் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் எஸ்பெஷலி ஏன் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்னா, அசாமுடைய பாப்புலேஷன்லேயே வந்து டீ கார்டன் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் ஆர் அபவுட் 15 to 20% ஆஃப் த ஃபுல் பாப்புலேஷன். இவா எப்படி அங்கே வந்திருக்காங்கன்னா வந்து டியூரிங் பிரிட்டிஷ் டைம்ஸ் தே வர் brought in from all over India to plant and harvest the tea. என்னுடைய ப்ரொஜெக்ஷன் அசாமில் இன்னொன்று இந்த ஐடென்டிட்டி பாலிட்டிக்ஸ்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, ஹேமந்த பிஸ்வ சர்மா
சார் 3016 கார் நம்பர் அது கேட்டாண்ட இருக்குதான், வாட்ச்மேன் சொன்னாங்க. யாருது தெரியல, யார் காரதாக இருந்தாலும் உள்ளே எடுத்து வச்சுருங்க.
இங்கே யாரோடது இல்லையா?
3016
சொல்கிறேன் வேற எங்கே. ஓகே.
நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஸோ இந்த ஐடென்டிட்டி பாலிட்டிக்ஸ் வந்து ஹேமந்த பிஸ்வ சர்மா என்னுடைய ஒப்பீனியனில் ஹி ஹஸ் பிளேட் ஹிஸ் கார்ட்ஸ் வெரி கிளெவர்லி. இது அசாமீஸ் ஐடென்டிட்டினா வந்து ஐ எம் த ப்ரொடெக்டர் ஆஃப் அசாமீஸ் ஐடென்டிட்டி அண்ட் பார்ட்டின்னு பார்த்தோன்னா பிஜேபி இஸ் த ப்ரொடெக்டர் ஆஃப் அசாமீஸ் ஐடென்டிட்டிங்கிற லெவலுக்கு வந்து ஹி ஹஸ் பில்ட் அ நேரேட்டிவ். அவருடைய நிறைய ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அவுட் சைடு அசாம்லேருந்து பார்த்தா ரொம்ப கான்ட்ரவர்ஷியலாக இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். பட் அவர் யூஸ் பண்ணுற நிறைய வேர்ட்ஸ் கூட வந்து இட் ஹாஸ் அ வெரி ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் மீனிங் இன்சைட் அசாம் which is not obvious to us. The last part is when he has very cleverly built alliances. Tribal areas, Bodo land ஒன்று இருக்குது, அங்கே he has built an alliance with the party. Raban இன்னொரு tribe இருக்குது, he has built an alliance with that. There is one more area called Karbi Anglong, அங்கேயும் ஒரு alliance வச்சுருக்கார். இந்த alliance வச்சு tribal seatsல he has put himself in a very good situation. 2 பார்ட்டி, மெயின் பார்ட்டி காங்கிரஸ் பிஜேபி 2 பேருக்குமே வந்து டிஃபெக்ஷன் ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது. நிறைய பேர் வந்து காங்கிரஸ்லேருந்து பிஜேபி வெளில வந்தவா தான் நிறைய ரிப்போர்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. பட் இந்த சீட் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷனுக்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிஜேபியிலேருந்தும் கொஞ்சம் டிஃபெக்ஷன்ஸ் இருந்திருக்கு. அதனுடைய கீ இம்பேக்ட் வந்து இப்போ எப்படி இருக்கும்னு தெரியாது. பட் ஒன் கீ ஃபேக்டர் ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஹைலைட் இஸ் 90 கேண்டிடேட்ஸ் கிட்ட பிஜேபி இஸ் கண்டெஸ்டிங். அதில் வந்து நியர்லி 30 people ஆர் ஃப்ரம் காங்கிரஸ். ஸோ தெர் இஸ் அ கான்ட்ரவர்சி ஆன் ஒரிஜினல் பார்ட்டி ஆளு வர்சஸ் இப்போ வந்த இது. தட் ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். One more specific problem in Assam is what I call the 3G problem. அசாமில் வந்து 3 கோகோய் இருக்கா. கோகோய்ங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு அஹம் நேம். ஸோ இவ 3 பேர் வந்து the head of the Congress is a கோகோய். இன்னும் 2 சின்ன பார்ட்டி இருக்குது, ஹிஸ் கௌரவ் கோகோய். இன்னும் 2 பேர் லுருஞ்சோதி கோகோய் அண்ட் அகில் கோகோய்னு 3 பேர் இருக்கா. They are both, all 3 வந்து are representatives of the அஹம் community. 4% இருந்தாலும் இந்த அஹம் கம்யூனிட்டியினுடைய இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இஸ் மோர் தென் தேர் நம்பர். ஸோ இவாளுடைய இம்பேக்ட் என்ன இருக்கும்னு இப்போ எஸ்டிமேட் பண்ணுறது கஷ்டம். யூபிபிஎல்னு ஒரு போடோ பார்ட்டி இருந்தது. பிஜேபி வந்து ஒரு ராஜ்யசபா சீட் கூட கொடுத்தா. பட் அந்த யூபிபிஎல் உடைய லீடரே வந்து இப்போ பிஜேபி கேண்டிடேட்டுக்கு எதிர்க்க ஸ்பீக்கருக்கு எதிர்க்க கண்டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறார். ஸோ இதனுடைய இம்பேக்ட் அந்த போடோ லேண்டுன்னு மேலே அந்த மேப்பில் இருக்கிற அந்த ஏரியாவில் இதுவாகும். இதெல்லாம் வச்சு என்னுடைய ப்ரொஜெக்ஷன் என்னென்னா வந்து பிஜேபி வில் வின் அப்ராக்சிமேட்லி தே வில் கெட் 75 to 80 seats. போன தடவை தே ஒன் 75 seats. ஐ திங்க் காங்கிரஸ் வில் கெட் பிட்வீன் 45 and 50. அண்ட் ஏஐடியூடிஎஃப்ங்கிறது வந்து இட்ஸ் அ அசாம் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் பார்ட்டி. இட் இஸ் பில்ட் பை அ மௌலானா ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்லி ஃபார் முஸ்லீம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட். அவளுக்கு 10 சீட்டுக்கு மேலே 10-15 சீட் இருந்தது. அவளோட இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் குறையும் இந்த எலெக்ஷனில். நெக்ஸ்ட் வெஸ்ட் பெங்கால். இதில் ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஸ்டார்ட் வித் இந்த ஸ்லைடு. இதில் நான் என்ன காட்ட விரும்புகிறேன்னா வந்து ஒரு ஆக்சிஸில் வந்து இந்த ஆக்சிஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பெங்கால் வந்து இந்தியானுடைய ஜிடிபிக்கு எவ்வளோ கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுறது, எவ்வளோ கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணிட்டு இன்னைக்கு எவ்வளோ பண்ணுறது. இது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1960 வந்து பெங்கால் வந்து நியர்லி 10.5% ஆஃப் இந்தியாவுடைய ஜிடிபி கேம் ஃப்ரம் வெஸ்ட் பெங்கால். இன்னைக்கு அதே ஃபிகர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் கம் டவுன் டு 5.5%. ஸோ நியர்லி வந்து 10%லேருந்து 5.5%க்கு வந்திருக்கு. இன்னொரு இந்த கிராஃப் இந்த ஸ்கேலில் என்ன மெஷர் பண்ணுறோன்னா ஒரு ஆவரேஜ் பெங்காலியோடைய பர் கேபிட்டா இன்கம் எவ்வளோ கம்பேர்ட் டு அன் ஆவரேஜ் இண்டியன். ஸோ டு கிவ் அ கான்க்ரீட் எக்ஸாம்பிள், 1960 பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பெங்காலியினுடைய per capita income was 140% of India average, meaning they were richer than the average Indian. இன்னைக்கு அதே ஃபிகரை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 83% of India average, meaning they are poorer than the average Indian. இந்த கிராஃபும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இது கிளியராக வந்து டவுன்வர்ட் ஸ்லோப்பிங்காக இருக்குது எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் வைஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா. பட் 50 இது தமிழ்நாடோட ஒரு கான்ட்ராஸ்டுக்கு பண்ணோன்னா we have a culture here of economic data மேலே போகிறச்சே வந்து every 5 years changing a government. பட் எனக்கு இது ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைசிங் மேட்டர் என்னென்னா 50 வருஷத்தில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2 கவர்மெண்ட் தான் இருந்திருக்கு. which means the voter of Bengal is very, very patient compared to other states as far as changing government is concerned. Second, I want to show this because இது வந்து டிஎம்சி அங்கே இருக்கிற பார்ட்டி வந்து எவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங் பார்ட்டின்னு காட்டுறது. மம்தா பானர்ஜி வந்து இந்த பார்ட்டியை வந்து 1999 ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இது வந்து 2001லேருந்து அவங்க ஃபைட் பண்ண எல்லா எலெக்ஷனுடைய டேட்டாவும் காட்டுறேன். இதில் கிளியராக என்ன ஒன்று தெரியுறதுன்னா ஒரு எலெக்ஷன்லேயும் எதர் ஷி ஹஸ் கண்டெஸ்டட் மோர் சீட்ஸ், எதர் ஷி ஹஸ் ஒன் மோர் சீட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஷி ஹஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ்ட் ஓட் ஷேர். ஈவன் 2021 எடுத்தீங்கன்னா பிஜேபி வந்து ஒரு பெரிய சேலஞ்சராக வருது டிஎம்சிக்கு. சீட்ஸும் வந்து ஒரு 75 கிட்ட எடுக்கிறார். பட் அந்த எலெக்ஷனில் கூட பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டிஎம்சி has increased its vote share from about 45 to 48, 3% vote share gain. ஸோ இந்த கிராஃப் இதுலேருந்து ஒரு சின்ன இன்ஃபரன்ஸ் நம்ம என்ன எடுத்துக்கலாம்னா ஸ்லோப் ஆஃப் டிஎம்சி இன்னும் டவுன் ஆக ஆரம்பிக்கலை. டில் நோ data shows it is all upward sloping. Now BJP.
No sir, please. Question answer is later. No. Please. Give a point. No. The number is on account of the excess of this. No, that is actually.
We will come to that.
Just note down the point. Question answer only later. Not because it will go till berserk. All the debate will go.
இது if you see the other side, பிஜேபி எப்படி பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னா பிஜேபி இந்த கிராஃப்லேருந்து நீங்கள் கிளியராக இங்கே ஒரு டேட்டா பாயிண்ட் பார்க்கலாம். 2019 வந்து பிஜேபி இஸ் என்ஜாய்ட் நியர்லி ஒரு 30% இன்க்ரீஸ் இன் ஓட் ஷேர். பட் இந்த இன்னொரு சைடு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லெஃப்ட் ஃப்ரண்ட் வந்து ஆல்மோஸ்ட் அதே 30% விழுந்திருக்கு. ஸோ 2019 வந்து அக்ரிகேட்டாக நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா கிளியர் லெசன் இஸ் பிஜேபியினுடைய கெயின் ஈக்குவல் டு லெஃப்ட் ஃப்ரண்ட்டோடைய லாஸ். 2019க்கு அப்புறம் என்ன 2019க்கு அப்புறம் வந்து லெஃப்ட் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஹஸ் கான் பிலோ 10%. ஸோ இன்னும் லெஃப்ட் ஃப்ரண்ட்லேருந்து எடுக்க ஒன்றும் ஓட்டு இல்லை. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன ஆயிருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆக்சுவலி பிஜேபி ஓட் ஷேர் இஸ் டிபெண்டிங் ஆன் நீங்கள் எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஆர் மார்ஜினலி கோயிங் டவுன். ஸோ இந்த டேட்டா சஜஸ்ட் தட் பிஜேபியினுடைய பீக் க்ரோத் ஹஸ் already been hit. இதனுடைய previous slide shows that Mamata Banerjee இனுடைய graph is upward sloping, இன்னும் downward வரல. பெங்காலில் வந்து just two small points. பெங்கால்லையும் வந்து not as high as Assam, 34% Muslim population, but Bengal has 27% Muslim population. இது ஓகே ஜென்ரல். இது நான் என்ன நம்பர் சொல்கிறேனோ எல்லாம் வந்து பேஸ்ட் ஆன் சென்சஸ் டேட்டா ஆர் எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷன் டேட்டா. ஐ ஹவ் நாட் ரிலைட் ஆன் எனி unofficial data. So 2011 census padi 27% Muslim. One other peculiar feature of Bengal is very high scheduled caste population. Next to Punjab, Bengal is a state which has very, very high SC population. Inge 23.5%. வெஸ்ட் பெங்கால் ஆக்சுவலாக வந்து ஒரு எலக்ட்ரேட்டாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 10.5 crores ஆல்மோஸ்ட் பாப்புலேஷன். ஸோ 5 ஜோனை வந்து இது அனாலிசிஸ்க்கு பிரிக்கலாம். ஒன்று வந்து நார்த் பெங்கால். நார்த் பெங்காலில் வந்து சீட் வைஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து 27 சீட்ஸ் தான் இருக்குது. பட் இங்கே வந்து நிறைய நேபாளி ட்ரைப்ஸ் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஹை ஷெட்யூல் காஸ்ட் ப்ளஸ் ஷெட்யூல் ட்ரைப் இஸ் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 50% ஆஃப் பாப்புலேஷன் இந்த ரீஜனில். பிஜேபி ஹேஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் பீன் ஸ்ட்ராங் இன் தட் ரீஜன். 27 சீட் ரீஜன். லோக்சபாவில் வந்து ஒரு 4 to 5% ட்ராப் வந்தது பிஜேபிக்கும். பிகாஸ் ரீஜனல் அட்டானமி, இந்த கோர்கா லேண்ட் அஜிடேஷன் அதெல்லாம் இருந்தது. inability to deliver on that promise. கொஞ்சம் ரிவர்சல் we saw in 2024. We have to see whether that continues. The next region, this region வந்து is Malda. This region is a very, very high Muslim dominated region. Malda பார்த்தீங்கன்னா nearly 60% Muslim population, official census data. கொஞ்சம் மேலே போக போக Muslim population comes down. It's average எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 40 to 45% Muslim population. In the region decisively moved to Mamata Banerjee in 2011 and has stayed with her after that. மீதி 4 ரீஜனுமே approximately 50 seats. Bengal is வந்து 294 total. In the region is about 50 seat. This region is called Bardhaman. Bardhaman, it is the industrial zone. It has the steel plants, Burnpur, Durgapur, and industrial zone. In the zone, it is a stronghold of the TMC. In the region, which is colored in yellow, is what is called the British Presidency, the Bengal Presidency. Presidency region தான் வந்து பெங்கால்லே வந்து highest politically important. 108 out of 294 seats come from this one region. In the region வந்து actually minority population is relatively low. Population wise பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is the largest administrative subdivision in the world. Nearly 3.5 million people live here. Sorry, I'm wrong. 3.5 crore people live there. Yeah, 35 million people live there. It is a complete stronghold of the TMC. இந்த 108 சீட் டாமினேட் பண்ணறதுனால ஈவன் மீதி ரீஜனில் ஏதாவது ப்ளஸ் மைனஸ் வந்தாலும் this will make them sweep. This last region in pink is called Jungle Mahal. It is bordering Jharkhand, earlier fully jungle, significant scheduled tribe population. BJP உடைய origin was in this area. From what we look historically, I think there has been a lot of RSS work in this area. First roots in Bengal, strongest region for BJP, strongest original region where they had lot of influence is Jungle Mahal. Sorry?
First MP seat.
Yeah. First MP seat also came from there. So political loyalties பார்த்தோம்னா வந்து ஜல்பாய்குரி நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி நார்த் பெங்கால் 27 seats BJP stronghold. மீதி 3 approximately 50 seat. அதில் 2 வந்து complete Trinamool strongholds. Bengal presidency 108 seats. Dominatedனா I am talking nearly 90% seats are TMC. It is not 60-40 அது மாதிரி இல்லை. When I say dominate, it is 90% domination level. It is TMC. Medinipur, that is the Jungle Mahal area, is about 50-50 between TMC and BJP. Now, இந்த எலெக்ஷனில் வாட் ஆர் லைக்லி டு பி த கீ இஷ்யூஸ் டாக்ட் அபவுட். ஸோ எஸ்ஐஆர் இப்போ பேசலாமா ஆர் வில் லீவ் லேட்? ஓகே, ஐ வில் மேக் அ வெரி பிரீஃப் காமெண்ட் ஆன் எஸ்ஐஆர். எஸ்ஐஆர் வந்து இட் இஸ் ஹேப்பன்ட் இன் தமிழ்நாடு, கேரளா, எவ்ரிவேர், பட் நாய்ஸ் மேக்ஸிமம் இஸ் தேர் ஒன்லி இன் பெங்கால். ஸோ வாட் ஒரு சின்ன ஸ்டட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் அனாலிசிஸ் ஐ டிட் வாஸ், ஐ டுக் த சீட்ஸ் வேர் எஸ்ஐஆரில் வந்து எவ்வளோ ஓட்டர் டெலீஷன் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு. செகண்ட் திங் இஸ் ஓட்டர் டெலீஷன் கம்பேரிசன் வித் வின்னிங் மார்ஜின். எவ்வளோ சீட்டில் வந்து நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஓட்ஸ் டெலீட்டட் இஸ் மோர் தென் லாஸ்ட் எலெக்ஷன்ஸ் வின்னிங் மார்ஜின். ஸோ இன்னொரு இதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு அப்ரோச் பண்ணுறச்சு 3 விதமாக பார்க்கலாம். ஒன்று வந்து ஒன் பார்ட்டி சேஸ் எஸ்ஐஆர் வச்சு இன்ஃபில்ட்ரேட்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுக்க முடியும்னு. பட் அஃபிஷியல் டேட்டா வச்சு பார்த்தோன்னா எஸ்ஐஆரில் வந்து தே ஹவ் நாட் செட் இவ்வளோ இன்ஃபில்ட்ரேட்டர் இருந்தால் இவ்வளோ இன்ஃபில்ட்ரேட்டர் எடுத்திருக்கோம் வெளில. அது அஃபிஷியல் டேட்டாலேருந்து கிளியராக தெரியல. த அதர் சைட்ஸ் ஆர்குமெண்ட் இஸ் ஜெனுவின் ஓட்டர்ஸ், எஸ்பெஷலி மைனாரிட்டி ஓட்டர்ஸ், எஸ்ஐஆர்னால வந்து அவளுக்கு ஓட்டு வந்து எடுக்கப்படும் என்று. அதுக்கும் வந்து லார்ஜ் ஸ்கேல் ப்ரூஃப் யாரும் இது வரைக்கும் காட்ட முடியல. நியூட்ரல் ஹைப்போதசிஸ்னு ஒன்று எடுத்துட்டோம்னா, விச் இஸ் ஓட்டர் லிஸ்ட் வந்து க்ளீனாக இல்லை, எஸ்ஐஆர்னால வந்து இப்போ க்ளீன் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கு. அதுக்கு ப்ரூஃப்னு எடுத்து பார்த்தோன்னா ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸில் வந்து ரிக்ரெஷன் அனாலிசிஸ்னு ஒன்று பண்ணலாம். விச் இஸ் வந்து ஓட்டர் டர்ன் அவுட் ஆஃப் த லாஸ்ட் எலெக்ஷன், அதுக்கும் எவ்வளோ ஓட் டெலீட் ஆகிருக்குன்னு ஒரு கோரிலேஷன் அனாலிசிஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்தா ரொம்ப ஹை கோரிலேஷன் வருது. விச் இம்ப்ளைஸ் தட் what election commission has done actually is a cleanup of the electoral rolls. So enga vandu for example maximum voter deletions have happened in Calcutta and surrounding areas. Angalam pathina voter percentage will be very low. Bengal is average, very normal constituency, voting percentage is always 80% plus, sometimes even close to 85%. Calcutta la voting percentage would have been very low. Ipo inda cleanup kapram enna aguna, that voting percentage will improve. But I think what has happened is mostly people who should not be there on the electoral rolls have been taken out. Law and order is another issue where especially BJP has been trying to make it an issue. But past evidence pathona vandu this law and order ngara problem has not really affected TMC. In the election there is one MLA who has come out from the TMC. He is allied with AIMIM of OIC, and one perception is that it may end up splitting up the Muslim vote. Whether it will happen or not, I am not sure. My hypothesis is that Mamata Banerjee's support in past elections among Muslims has been so high, and the specific Muslim dominated areas the impact is likely to be marginal. Also in this election, CPI, CPIM are standing separately, Congress is contesting separately. So there are a lot of people who are trying to attract the minority vote. I believe it will consolidate behind one party decisively. Bengali identity. This is a key issue in Bengal, and Mamata Banerjee, she has firmly established herself as the protector of Bengali identity. BJP has made nariya changes to try and alter this perception that it is an outsider party. But nariya actions namba pathona, including like Supreme Court la poi arguing the case for SIR, or rombo obvious street protests. That is all Mamata Banerjee's ways of saying that naam Bengali, the other person is outsider. Ingiyum, like Assam, there have been some welfare schemes. Specifically, there is one scheme called Lakshmi Bandar, which gives about 1,200 rupees a month to many women. Result of the welfare scheme is that the woman vote has solidly backed Mamata Banerjee. And because of these reasons, என்னுடைய projection for Bengal is that BJP will end up somewhere around 100, and Trinamool Congress will end up with somewhere around 185 to 200. Others, I don't think, will win too many seats. Third, Kerala. Kerala, it is a very peculiar state in India in terms of demographics. It is the only state that I know which has significant Christian and Muslim population. So in the graph, what I have tried to show is, மேல இருக்கிற line is Hindu population, this is Muslim population, and this is Christian population. இந்த டேட்டா வச்சு நமக்கு என்ன தெரியுதுன்னா வந்து Muslim population has overtaken Christian population to become the dominant minority somewhere in the 1970s. And அதுக்கப்புறமும் வந்து graph is divergent. So one of the key political fault lines in Kerala is the feeling of marginalization among Muslim Christians. அவங்களுடைய fear என்னன்னா வந்து political and all kinds of influence, they will get completely marginalized by the growing Muslim population. One more very key thing to note in the graph லேருந்து என்னன்னா வந்து கேரளாவில் any party cannot hope to retain power by appealing only to one religion. You need at least two religions to back you in order to win. It is very unique that way in Indian states. So Kerala assembly elections trend பார்த்தோன்னா, this will be very useful later to correlate with Tamil Nadu. Generally பார்த்தோன்னா, like Tamil Nadu, it is alliance driven. It follows a flip-flop pattern. 5 years or 5 years. Apart from one time when CPIM has come back to power in 2021, in the graph பார்த்தேன்னா, the orange color is completely UDF, which is the Congress-led alliance victory. The other color is CPIM-led LDF victory. Last 9 election பார்த்தோன்னா, ஒரு common trend is, these are all very, very close elections. On average, 5 out of the 9 elections, victory margin has been close to 2% only. Only once, specifically, if CPIM is in power, if you assume flip-flop agum and the UDF comes to power, history eduthu pathona, out of the 4 times the UDF has won previously in the last 45 years, 3 times out of 4 their victory margin has been small. And idinode reason is what I will go into next. இப்போ கேரளா வந்து நம்ம ஹிஸ்ட்ரி வச்சு பார்த்தாலும் வந்து கேரளா வாஸ் கம்போஸ்ட் ஆஃப் 3 kingdoms. மலபார் இன் த நார்த், கொச்சின் இன் த மிடில், ட்ராவன்கோர் இன் த சவுத். அதே ரீஜன்ஸை அப்படி எடுத்து அனலைஸ் பண்ணோம்னா, நார்தர்ன் ரீஜன் இஸ் முஸ்லிம் டாமினேட்டட். ஆவரேஜ் முஸ்லிம் பாப்புலேஷன் இஸ் அபவுட் 40%. It goes all the way up to 70% in a state, in a district like Malappuram, and it is average about 40%. Central Kerala, another very important thing about Malabar region is, Kerala is total 140 seats. That Malabar region is 60 seats. Meedi rendu region 40-40. So from a election perspective, Malabar region is the most important region in Kerala. Even though it is a Muslim majority, in the last 3 elections, the CPIM has won most seats there, even when they have lost overall. One key, Cochin, on the other hand, is around 40 seats. It has a majority Christian population. It is a swing region, meaning in every election, it has backed whoever has eventually gone on to win. This is again something that we will come back to in Tamil Nadu. In every state, idha mari oru region irukku, which is purely stand out from an election perspective, and the region goes always with the winner when you look back. Travancore region, again about 40%, 40 seats. Idunodiya demographics pathina, it is primarily Hindu dominated. About 2/3 Hindu population, 1/6 Christians and Muslims. It has historically been a CPIM thing. BJP is the challenger in this election in this region, specifically in Trivandrum district. Sorry? No. In the region, see, district-wise, I don't remember now. Travancore region is 2/3 Hindu, 16% Christian, 16% Muslim. But there are lot of there is lot of regional variation, which if you want, we can do later in Q&A. So, what are indications saying? Local body polls, it happened in December 2025 here. The Congress had a very, very big rebound, and they swept most corporations, Gram Panchayat, all levels of local government were swept by the Congress-led alliance. mood of the nation surveys in India Today level, consistently it shows that the current chief minister is one of the least popular chief ministers in India. But history tells us that CPIM always enjoys a bounce back. அதனுடைய மீனிங் நான் என்னன்னு சொல்கிறேன். இப்போ லோக்கல் பாடி எலெக்ஷன்ஸில் வந்து சப்போஸ் தே ஹவ் லாஸ்ட் பை 6%. When it comes to assembly, they gain about 3.5%. It has always been the case that othersங்கிற ஒரு ஓட்லேருந்து CPIM gets back about 3.5% and narrows the gap. It is also one reason why when the UDF wins, it is always close, because ஒன்று வந்து regionally, 2 regions CPIM is strong. They have to sweep middle Kerala and negate CPIM in north and south. It is much more difficult than for the CPIM, which has to do very well in these two and it will still win. So, என்னுடைய projection for Kerala is that the UDF will have a marginal advantage and will get a small victory, 80 to 85 seats. CPM-led LDF will get about 50 to 55 seats. I expect that NDA will get somewhere between 2 to 5 seats, mainly concentrated in around Trivandrum. Okay, stop.
இதில் தான் அதுதான்
இதுதாங்களா?
கொஞ்சம் அழுத்தி கீழே அழுத்தி
நீங்கள் போடுங்க சார், நான் போட்டு இதுதாங்க சார் HDMI. அதுதான்
நான் எந்த எடுத்துருவா?
இதுதான் HDMI. கரெக்டு தான் சார். வந்துடுச்சுங்களா? லைட் ஆஃப்.
ஹலோ. I am a little older person than Bharat, that's why I need a chair. Shall we continue to have one more analysis of the 4 states, or we can actually close it? So, what is the other's opinion? Tamil Nadu, all right. Sir. No, actually, I will touch up 2-3 points. This is about what do you call Kerala. So these are all the seats in the past 10 elections starting from 1980. So as he told, actually I divide Kerala into 3 regions. North, this Mangalore region, then that is called Malabar region. In fact, the central Kerala, I give North Kerala 32 seats, Central Kerala 53, and the Southern Kerala 52. So each one has got their own actually way of dividing the states. So according to my understanding, in every region, left is the what you call powerful party. Only in the central, because of the alliance with the IUML, the Congress have some edge. Otherwise, it's every region they have got, particularly in southern and north, they have got bigger vote base. So you can see that is the CPM, this is Congress. Congress started in 80 with just 21 seats, 20 seats, 33, 55, then slump, then went up to 62.
Whereas you can see it's the lowest 26, 23 is there, but if you average it, something like 45 to 48 seat on an average they used to get in the last 10 election. If you compute all the 10 election seats and divide it, the left will have, or the CPM will have, and IUML and CPI are almost with the same percentage of votes, 7% vote. So BJP is the new entrant. According to my analysis, the UDF has got an edge this time also. They are going to come. But LDF will be giving a tough fight. What about BJP? BJP, last time in the 2024 parliament election, they in fact got deposit in 72 seats. They got a deposit in 72 seats. So this is the vote share of each party. This again is performance of the same INC and what do you call Congress, Congress and left. This is about the BJP. BJP started with 2.8% in, then it went up, there was some slide, then it has gone up to in the assembly elections. As far as parliament elections are concerned, they got around 16.5% or so. So BJP, in 90 seats, they could able to get deposit this time, BJP. In another 30 seats, they will get around 10% of vote. And another 20 seats, they will get less than 5% vote. And out of all the 140 seats, BJP can be reckoned with in 57 seats. In that, 19 seats are very important. So, in the 19 seats, they could get anywhere between 2 to 11. Why this range? 2 to 11. 2, they can definitely. For example, last time they got in the 2024 Assembly Parliament election, as a surprise from the Haripad and Kayankulam, they were just with 100 and 1,500 votes difference, they were ahead. And in Thrissur, all the 7 assembly segments, 6 assembly segments they were ahead. In Trivandrum, in Attingal they were ahead. Almost in 11 places, BJP was ahead in 11 assembly segments of the parliament seats. So this time, this Haripad and Kayankulam, now actually, I came to know about actually the 2020 party. I did not know about it. I was not following it very closely. But since Bharat has told me, then I just started looking at it. There is actually there Kunnattunadu, where actually a social media influencer is contesting. And there is one, what is that, sir? Another Karimangalam or something. Same in Ernakulam district. These two are very highly contested election between NDA, because that 2020 party is contesting around 20 seats. So they may spring some surprises, but I expect them to get minimum of 5 seats, maximum 11 seats. So let's move on to Bengal. This is about Assam. Assam, I need not have to say. This is the Congress, and in the last 20 years or 18 years. So Congress was going down and BJP is going up in the Lok Sabha elections. This is about NDA, NC, INC. Votes between these two actually is not, there is no much difference. This is the NDA UPA region wise. This is Lower Assam. This is Upper Assam, where BJP is powerful. Lower Assam is actually, as he told, it's a border places actually, where Muslim dominated places are there actually, Dubri and other places. So they get. Interestingly, I have got one. This is the BJP's vote share spike in the last 40 years or so, or 50 years. This one is also AGP's slide. BJP was growing at the cost of AGP in many places. This is an interesting one. Since it is a Muslim-dominated state with 30% or more than 30% population, so normally in the last 50 years, 50 to 55 years, minimum 20, maximum 29, 30 seats, Muslim candidates win. Muslim candidates of all the hues, from Congress, from AGP, even some BJP, they have got 1%. So every election you will get minimum of 20 Muslim candidates. In Bengal also, because they are 27%. So if logically if you ask, so 30% of 140 is something like 42 to 45 seats they need to win. But they are winning at least 20 seats and a maximum of 30 seats in Assam. That's why in these 20 seats, 25 seats, they don't win. Even now, actually, publicly what this Hemanta says is, actually, I can't win 30 seats, but I am giving the candidate. Most of the rebel candidates of AUDF, he is taking and giving them ticket. They are given ticket elsewhere, actually, through somebody. So he says openly that they are going to vote my party whenever the Rajya Sabha elections takes place. Such kind of thing only this Hemanta is capable of doing, not all others. This avoided deposit forfeited. BJP tried sometime actually. They started contesting 126 seats, but they lost deposit in 85, 87 seats. Then they realized actually we shouldn't be contesting. That's why they reduced and they roped in a lot of allies. They contested where they can get votes and they can win seats. That's why actually you can see this. This is 95, 87, 84. So these are BJP's deposit lost seats. So as far as Assam is concerned, my feeling is Assam, BJP will get between 85 to 90 and they can breach the 90 mark also. They can breach, for the first time, actually they can breach the 90 mark also. That's my, this is about West Bengal. West Bengal I have, BJP's growth is very spectacular in the last 3 elections only actually. 2014 they got 17% vote. 2019 they got around 40% vote. Then they came down by 4% vote. In 2021 they could not face the election properly. Actually they lost. In 2019 they were ahead in 123 seats. If you see for the last, from 2014 onwards actually, BJP was one time or other, they were ahead in 149 seats. 149 seats. So they can get that seat. But most of the time it was in parliament elections only, not in assembly elections. So this is the vote share of BJP and others. So I have got one specific thing about BJP. One second. I will show one slide and close that. This is the SIR. So, for example, myself and side is not visible. I don't know actually how to bring it. It's okay. It's not, still not visible. So these yellow colors are where actually BJP last time got this is Kuch Bihar Dakshin. So they were just 7,000 votes, where actually 20,000 votes. If you see that, the Kuch Bihar Dakshin, 2019 BJP was ahead by 6,000 votes. So most of these votes, I suspect these are all stuffed votes, which has been removed. Now BJP stands to gain from that. That's why these seats can be, altogether I have identified something like 83 seats. 83 seats. And as I have told the other day, there are 116 seats BJP can never win today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So they have to contend with only 178. From that 178, they have to win 148. So 30 seats only. They have to have a 85% strike rate. So these are all I see the possibilities. For example, here also, it was only 1,000 difference. But slowly, because Mamta did not expect the defeat in 2019. She was not expecting that. But in the ground, it was seen, because I conducted a month-long survey in 2019 throughout Bengal. I knew that. So she did not expect that. It was a shock to her. Later, she became more aggressive and started doing all the kinds of things. Now, actually, these seats are some of the seats actually where they can not easily, even if they win out of these 83 probable seats, out of this, if they win 40 seats, they can go up to 130. I'm not saying that BJP is coming to power. BJP was ahead in 90 assembly segments in 2024. If you add up this, out of this 83, if they can, if they push, if they plan well, they can win another 40 seats or 35 seats. So they can go between 120 to 130 seats is a possibility. Again, Mamta is ahead by 28, 30, 35 seats. So I will close my presentation here. Can we have a question and answer session? We will have it later. So let's start the Tamil Nadu.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Tamil Nadu, no. Okay. First point I want to make on Tamil Nadu and assembly elections is, idukku munnadi we saw Kerala and trends. We saw how Kerala elections are very, very close mostly. But if you see Tamil Nadu, the scale is very different. Normally the difference between winner and loser is substantially higher, especially compared to neighboring Kerala. Apart from one election, which is very close in 2016, Tamil Nadu has mostly given very, very decisive mandates. The second point, this slide, what I am trying to show is, what is the swing against the ruling party in Tamil Nadu elections? Normally, as we namak therinja mari, Tamil Nadu follows the same flip-flop pattern, but oru anti-incumbency ingara word is often used now. And the anti-incumbency, how much has it been historically? If you see these are the three times when DMK lost power: 1991, 2001, 2011. The important thing to notice here is anti-incumbency against DMK was 10% here, close to 15% there, and about 5% there. So, a crude average if we take, average income anti-incumbency against a DMK ruling government has been close to 10%. What I have tried to do in this slide is taken vote shares of 2021 assembly elections of all parties in the DMK alliance. And for ease of analysis, what I have done is added on the parties who have come in later. So DMK alliance vote share in 2021 was 45.38. I have added Makkal Neethi Mayyam and DMDK to that number. Same way, AADMK front, 2021 total vote share was 39.7. Additions to from the last elections, mainly AMMK and around 2.5%. This is the baseline scenario for vote share. DMK vote share total was 45. Difference was about 6%, 45-39, very crudely. This slide, what I have tried to show is, when a new entrant comes and tries to create a third front, what has been the history in Tamil Nadu and Andhra? So who are all the leaders who have started a new party, and in the first election they contested, how did they do? So if you take Tamil Nadu, for example, Mr. Vijayakant's party, in the first election it contested, got 8.3%. If you take neighboring Andhra, I'll ignore N.T. Ramarao, I've just put it aside because my belief is that it is one, too far back. Second, appa irundha circumstances are not actually valid now. We can go into detail later. But if you take Chiranjeevi, when he started the party in 2009, in the first election he contested, he got 16.3%. Idla key statistic is Mr. Chiranjeevi belongs to the largest caste in Andhra Pradesh. And there is no other politician of his stature who was there at the time when he started the party. When we try to compare it to Tamil Nadu, this is one important. The largest caste, Kapu caste, from there he could manage to get 16%. His relative Pawan Kalyan, when he started the party in 2019, 10 years later, same caste, but in his first election, he could get only 6% of the vote. So historical average patona, for a new entrant, in the first election they face, average is between 5 and 15. Okay. What I am trying to show in this is, anti-incumbency and benefit யாருக்கு எப்படி vote share மாறலாம். So simplicity-க்கு என்ன எடுத்து போனோம், இதுல நிறைய arrows இருக்கு. Arrow number is likely to be negligible. Modified scenario la number போட்டு பார்த்தோம்னா, I am taking averages now. DMK alliance vote share in the last election, if you add on, comes to 48%. If you add on MNM, DMDK. அதிலேந்து if you take out average anti-incumbency swing of about 9 to 10%, my projection is, there was a post-poll survey conducted in 2021 by CSDS. Key findings of that post-poll survey was, more segments of swing voters were identified in the survey, who swung massively from one party to another. The three segments are urban voter, youth, scheduled caste. And if we make an analysis of in the three swing segments, who is likely to be the beneficiary of such vote? This is an estimate from my side. I am assuming that a large part of the youth vote and some portion of the scheduled caste vote, especially in northern Tamil Nadu, may move towards Vijay. The reason for the SC voter is, if you take the first election that was contested by Vijay, not as a party, but as a fan association in 2021, the local body elections, most seats that were won by them were in this region of northern Tamil Nadu. So there seems to be some support for them in that region. Even 2021 showed that. I am assuming that my hypothesis is 7 to 8% anti-incumbency swing will go towards TVK. 1 to 2% is my estimate for the swing from DMK, away from DMK to ADMK. One next key variable here is how much will be the swing from ADMK to TVK. One key voter segment in this, and there are no firm surveys to support this data, இது ஒரு hypothesis தான். There is likely to be a shift of the non-youth woman vote away from DMK, where typically it has been a beneficiary of this vote before. One other key constituency in Tamil Nadu is the first-time voter. Historical post-poll data, what it shows is, Nam Tamizhar Katchi has been a very, very big beneficiary of the first-time voter. I believe that some portion of that first-time vote will shift away from NTK into Vijay's party. My overall estimate, if you see Vijay's party, will be about 7 to 8% swing from DMK, 3 to 4% from ADMK, and about 1 to 2% from Nam Tamizhar Katchi. In the baseline scenario, what it leaves is both alliances come to somewhere around 40%. If you see in the hypothesis, eppadi validate panna mudiyumnu pathona, let us look at some surrogate indicators. Actions of parties pathona, from the ruling party side, we see one determined effort to see how best they can shore up their alliance. So last efforts to see how to bring in DMDK, how even smaller parties are being accommodated within an alliance. Context to all of this is, I think also parties realize that this is a very, very, very close election. And therefore they want to solidify their position. One more hypothesis again. I believe that Vijay's vote will be highly non-linear. What I mean by that is, I think that his vote will be concentrated in Chennai region and in northern Tamil Nadu. There can be many reasons for that, but for a first-time party, I think they will be constrained within Chennai to ensure the victory of their top leaders. I don't know whether they will have the capacity to campaign vigorously in the whole of Tamil Nadu. Specifically because I think in this region, very, very strong opponents may be fielded against the new party candidate. In meaty areas of Tamil Nadu, what I believe is that Vijay's performance will be determined also by the choice of candidate, which we do not know at this point. It will be very highly dependent on that. Now, Tamil Nadu, I have split this way. Chennai region, which is basically Tiruvallur, Chennai, Kanchipuram, Chengalpattu, about 37 seats. Meedi 4 region, which is the One-Year Belt, the Kaveri Delta, Kongu Nadu and Pandya Nadu, are roughly about 50 seats each. First region is Chennai region. So Chennai region key demographics, about 20% average scheduled caste population as per census. Chennai district alone has about 20% minority population as per the census. This is a very, very politically volatile region. If you see this data, 2021, it was 36-1 in favor of DMK. But if you go back to 2011, the data shows 136, complete sweep by the AIADMK. So the highlight of this region is large swings of vote share is possible. It has been seen before. And entry of the third party into the fight between DMK and ADMK, given that in the area is likely to be where he may get a lot of his votes, it is very, very difficult to predict this region. The next region is the one-year belt, where, as the name suggests, one-years are the most prominent. Pockets in this thing, like Viluppuram district is about 30% scheduled caste. There are some minority pockets in the old undivided Vellore district. There is a polarization between scheduled castes and one-years. Over the course of nearly the last 10-15 years, there have been a lot of incidents involving clashes between one-years and scheduled castes. Why this region will be very important in this election is Vijay's impact on the scheduled caste vote in this region will be a very important key factor. Very difficult to estimate at this point without direct data. In the region, again, if you see, it has been politically volatile, but not as much as Chennai. If you see 2021, DMK won this region, 26-17. If you see 2016, ADMK won, but in the zone, DMK actually won. And in 2011, the ADMK swept it completely. So, again, volatile region, but not as volatile as Chennai region. Third region is Kongu Nadu. Kongu Nadu has historically been an AIADMK stronghold. The data which it is very clear in the last 3 elections, whether they have won or lost, they have won the majority of seats in this region. One key finding from a post-poll survey of 2021 is acceptability of BJP as a party is highest in this region. This region has 57 seats. Next region is Kaveri Delta. One key statistic of Kaveri Delta is we observe that it has always backed the winner. நான் கேரளா பேசும்போது I highlighted that central Kerala is a region that always seems to back the winner. The distinction of in Tamil Nadu for that region is Kaveri Delta. Historically, this region has always backed the winner. It has very high scheduled caste population, around 30% in most of the districts, 20% minority population in Tiruchirappalli district alone. There is some communist influence in coastal areas, old undivided Nagapattinam district and some parts of Tiruvarur. Core Delta, which is Trichy, Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, is considered a stronghold of the DMK. This region has 50 seats. Last is Pandi Nadu. One district here, Kanyakumari, is 50% plus minority population, mostly Christian. 20 to 25% minority population in Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi and Ramanathapuram. Mukkulators and Nadars are prominent communities here. It has 47 seats. In this region, if we see, in 2021, it was won very decisively by the DMK. One key factor in this region and in parts of Delta region is the impact of AMMK. And in deciding, AMMK polled more than the victory margin in many seats. That impact would have been strongly felt in these 2 regions. 2016, ADMK won, when it won narrowly overall, and it was a ADMK sweep in 2011. So overall summary nu paathona, I would say current advantage is with the DMK in Chennai region. One key factor which we don't know is what will be Vijay's intensity of campaigning in this region? What will be the choice of candidate? Unknown at this point. The 1 year belt, one key unknown will be what will be the impact of Vijay on scheduled caste votes. Ramadas' impact, we need to see whether he will create a separate party, what will be the impact, and the impact on the PMK. I think it may not be significant, but we have to wait and watch. Konkanadu, I think the edge is definitely with the ADMK. One key factor here is Mr. Senthil Balaji has been made the election in charge for Konkanadu by the DMK. And he is very well known as an efficient manager of elections. With his capability, we have to see whether results change from the last election. Pandyanadu, in my opinion, is a tie. Key factor not known will be impact of Sashikala. Overall, it may not be very high, but in 5-10 seats, if she puts up strong candidates who poll more than winning margin, in a close race, it may become very, very significant. Kaveri Delta, I think the edge is with the DMK. There are some reports that, second-hand press reports, that Vijay may have some impact on the minority votes in the core Delta area. Adi again is an unknown. It can be known only after the election. That will be a critical factor in deciding the outcome. Overall, it is very clear that 2 regions are favoring ADMK, 2 regions are favoring DMK, and the 5th one is a tie. So going back, when you look at macro picture also, vote share wise it looks very, very close. Region wise breakdown panni paathalum, it looks very, very close. So actually when I wrote a topic I had for the last in Tamil Nadu is the delta will be in the delta. Which means my belief is that eppadi delta the election swings will finally impact the overall result. If you look at historically, they've always backed the winner. And second also, if you see the fringe areas of the delta, there may be a hope for a bounce back. What is the pulse? So candidate selection, complete lists are not known. We have partial lists. It is very difficult to estimate seats now because both sides have not declared. And when it is a close fight, it essentially becomes a seat-by-seat kind of contest instead of overall wave election. This election, as of now, I do not see a wave. And I think it will be a close seat-by-seat fought election where candidate selection becomes very, very important. We don't know the full picture now. Second key question is, will alliance chemistry work? News reports like there is some friction in DMK-led alliance. There is some dissatisfaction in the other alliance. How, when this is all done, candidates are declared and when campaigning has to happen, on the ground, chemistry eppadi work agum will be another key factor in this election. Third factor, I think I've already covered. How intensively will the TVK campaign? The more they campaign, they may gain vote share, but that is a big factor that is an unknown now. Second is, as a new party, which is going up against 2 very, very well-established parties who both understand tactics and strategy in fighting elections, how will it cope in the face of pressure from both DMK and ADMK? Will NDA campaign gather momentum? As of now, a lot of advertising, social media campaigns have primarily been from one side. Campaign from the ADMK NDA alliance has not yet picked up steam. How much it will pick up, how intensive it will be, and how effectively they are able to capture anti-incumbency will be a very, very key factor in this election. Lastly, the extent to which this campaign is localized will, I think, help the NDA. The moment it becomes a Tamil Nadu versus expose anti-incumbencies and capture anti-incumbency sentiment will be more. But if it becomes cultural issue, national issue, then the advantage will definitely be with the DMK. So net result, this is one state where with the data I know, I am not able to project seats. My opinion is it's a very, very close race with DMK having marginal edge as of now. Seat sharing, candidate announcement, seat sharing announcement has happened, but candidate announcements have not happened. It will TVK expectation is they will contest in all seats, but key leadership may be confined to Chennai constituencies. And this may mean that they may not have the bandwidth to campaign intensively in the rest of Tamil Nadu and may be locked into their own constituencies because strong opponents are fielded against them. One key feature in this which I want to again highlight is last election, there were a lot of campaign manifesto announcements by DMK. Till now we have not seen the DMK manifesto. If there is any big announcement, that may again give them an advantage. ADMK has already announced their manifesto promises, but DMK has still not come out with their manifesto promise. That is again one key factor. I'm done. Happened this time is people who are not included, should not have been included, have been removed. So voter turnout percentage will improve, but genuine voters, I don't think have been taken out in any sizable number to justify any change in this.
Will the distribution of that 90 lakhs will be same as the sum total? Tell me.
What I'm trying to say is, first, I have not done that same analysis as for Bengal in Tamil Nadu. Bengal, what it clearly shows is there is a very high correlation between voter turnout and votes given. It suggests that last time the voter rolls were not clean and it has been massively cleaned up.
And the impact in India will remain substantial. I will cover that. Yeah, you should.
I'm not going to do such a wonderful presentation. I'm very primitive kind of thing, crude analysis. I will do that. First, let us say, actually, these are all the parties. Let's see. This is the votes polled in Tamil Nadu, starting from 1977 to. And what is the votes difference? This is the vote difference every time. 2016, we have got 63 lakhs vote and 30 lakhs, somewhere 38. The lowest being the 5 lakhs in 1991 because Rajiv Gandhi's assassination. But that turned out to be a wave election. In the last 50 years, we had two wave elections. One was in 1991 and another was in 1996. So this is also the percentage of votes starting from 1977. This is electors' growth year by year, election by election. This is men, women share of voters and the difference. This is men, women votes share difference in line graph. This is about women candidates contested and winners. Last time, 2016, nearly around, 1 second, I will try to bring, 320, 16, 21 is not visible. It has to be aligned a little bit this side. So this is the, in 77, 24 candidates contested 2-1. Last time 320, 2016, 21 people won. So women candidate. This about the percentage of Christians. So Muslims, percentage of Muslims in various. So let's go and see the DMK. From starting from 1980, ஜான்சன் சார் இது கொஞ்சம் அலைன் பண்ண முடியுமா? ஏன் பாதி ஸ்க்ரீன் தெரியும், இந்த பக்கம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முடியுமா? அது என்ன இல்லை அப்படி தான் இருக்குமா? அது இல்லை இல்லை இது இந்த பக்கம் வரணும், வரமாட்டேங்கிறது அது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் தி votes polled for DMK. 80 it was 41 lakhs, 63, then went up to 80, then came down in 91, lowest, and 96 it went up to 1 crore, 14 lakhs, then came down 86, 87, 82, then it jumped, and last time it jumped even further, it went up to 1 lakh, 1 crore 57 lakhs, or 1 crore 74 lakhs in fact, highest by. So actually, before going ahead with this, I will try to say I will try to bring to your notice some elections which has been fought in the past, where a new party enters the election fray and changes the whole narrative of the election. I have got some 5 examples. From that, actually, I would like to draw some inference to make you understand what will happen due to the entry of Vijay. First, I will take the example of our own Captain Vijaykanth, because we often forget that Vijaykanth created a flutter, in fact, when he entered the election fray. In 2006, Vijaykanth entered the election fray and took away around 8.5%, 8.38%, rounded figure is 8.5% votes. He, in fact, impacted 140 seats. Either a party was made to lose or a party was made to win, and he won 1 seat from Vruddhachalam. So, 59% of the seats were impacted by a new entrant who is also an actor. The same case, if you see, 2009, the entry of Chiranjeevi, that impacted around 74% of the seats. Around 222 seats were impacted by the entry of Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi's party, they themselves won 18 seats and they came second in 34 seats. They affected the prospects of what do you call the TDP, around 84 seats, and around 66 seats the Congress prospects, and something like 15 or 16 seats the other TRS, CPI, CPM. That time actually CPI, CPM, TRS and TDP were there in a Mahajot, a big alliance, or Mahagathbandhan. So Congress was alone, Chiranjeevi was alone, as put out by my friend Bharat, that actually Kapu's vote, 9% of the votes were taken away by Chiranjeevi, reducing the vote share of TDP, 9% vote share, and he borrowed or the snatched away something like 7% from Congress, or 2% from Congress, and 7% is the swing he got. So, but the interesting thing is actually that time the incumbent government there was Congress government, Rajshekhar Reddy's government. It was undivided Andhra Pradesh. His fortune came down from 186 seats to 154 seats. Something like 32 seats he lost. Whereas TDP, whose fortune was 47 seats only in 2004, they went from there to 92 seats. So in fact, positively also, a new entrant can help. But the incumbent was the Congress. The person who was enjoying the anti-incumbency was, that's why their seat share went from 47 to 92. I will take you to another scenario where in 2014, a new entrant comes and contests elections in Punjab. He was Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party. They took away something like 24% of the votes. 24% of the votes. They influenced. Punjab has got 117 seats, just like Telangana, 14 parliament seats, 117. Out of that 117 seats, nearly 100 seats they influenced. Even in 2017 election, their vote share came down, Aam Aadmi Party's vote share. Again, they influenced 100 seats. The victory or the defeat of the parties. Such kind of a thing is going to happen in Tamil Nadu also. In 2006, if you remember, if you just actually go back in times and see, if you see that what happened that time, for the first time, the majority party, the alliance major partner, he could not get the magic number of 117. DMK got just 96 seats, and they ran the government throughout the 5 years with the outside support of PMK and the Congress. And all through the 5 years, actually, Jayalalitha was saying that minority DMK government, minority DMK government. So it actually got unnoticed. It went. So such kind of a situation, such kind of a scenario is possible even in this time also, at this time also. If you see, another example is about Maharashtra, where, one more thing I will tell about Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi, in fact, his influence in the Telangana part of Andhra Pradesh was less. He got only 19 lakhs votes. In the Andhra Pradesh part, he got more votes. In fact, 43 lakh votes he got. So, 43 or 45 lakhs votes also. Totally around 65 lakh votes. Likewise, there was a party called Vanchit Bahujana Agadi in Maharashtra, which was run by Prakash Ambedkar. They had a tie-up with AIMIM during 2019 parliament election. They impacted the Congress victory in 11 seats, in fact. They made BJP win in 8 or 9 seats. So, any new entrant, these kind of things are possible. So, Vijayakant's influence was only 8.2%. According to conservative estimate of Mr. Bharat himself, he is about 12% for Vijayakant. There are people who are giving 20% to Mr. Vijay. My feeling is actually, Vijay is an unguided missile. Nobody knows that what he is going to do. He is not coming out. He is actually attending on his own will, on his own volition, some meeting somewhere. But there are hundreds and hundreds or millions of people are crazy about his coming into politics. How it is going to affect, one do not know. We know actually the Mossads, they do a guided strike and kill any country chief by sending a very guided the thing that enters through the window and goes into the bathroom and kills that person. That kind of a thing is not going to happen. Vijay is an unguided, or I would say in a colloquial thing, he is a kind of mad elephant entering into a market. How he is going to affect or impact the parties which are actually the DMK, ADMK. My gut feel is actually they may impact more because the DMK is the incumbent government, incumbent party. So they are going to get affected more. Does that mean that the DMK is out? No. DMK is still ahead. DMK is still ahead as he actually envisaged and put out the points that what are all the areas where the campaign has to be taken up, the social media campaign, candidate selection, all these 5-10 points he actually envisaged at the last appendix. That is more important. That only is going to decide the, what you call the outcome of the election. So any new entrant will definitely going to impact, and particularly Vijay is going to impact more than Chiranjeevi, more than Arvind Kejriwal in Punjab. I'm not talking about Delhi. More than Vijay Kant in 2006. How it is going to fan out, I do not know. That actually we have to have actually wait for another 1 week, 10 days time, how the campaign, the pace picks up, how the people are going to, how the parties are going to conduct their campaign. These are all very important things. I will show some slides just for your understanding. This is about DMK's vote percentages over the years. It started in 57 with 18.61. That time actually they contested as independents and it went up to 33. The 96 election they went up to 42%. This is about DMK in assembly elections. Highest, only twice they have got highest seats. So this is about AIADMK. 77 it started. So this is there. 129. These are all contested seats. These are all one seat. 129, 132. Then came down in 89. It was because of the split in the ADMK, Janaki and Jayalalitha group. Then actually they went up to 164. Then 96, they came down to 4. Then 132. Then actually in 2016, 61. Then 150 and 135. More number of times they have got more than 100 seats. Almost 7 times. Whereas DMK, from 67 onwards, if you calculate, they have got only 5 times. Because for 3 long or 13 years, MGR did not allow DMK to come anywhere near power. That was one of the reasons. Because he gave 3 back-to-back government. So this is about the alliance performance in the past, ADMK alliance performance. So these are all the more than 50% votes. And last time 21 also actually they got seats and votes. So this is ADMK. This is also ADMK seats once more. This is about seats won by ADMK in. This is votes Congress. So let's see. This is the Congress vote. 89 actually, it was Mupanar who contested the election. They got around 20 seats. So that was one outlier it was. So otherwise Congress has come down to 19 lakhs now. It went down in 2001 and to 1996 at 15 lakhs only. 6.9 lakhs. 6.9 lakhs, if you add up the TMC's votes, then it will come to again 27 lakhs or 30 lakhs. So this is about the Congress vote share in terms of Because so long MGR was alive, there was a 70-30 formula is there. In Lok Sabha election, Congress used to contest in 70% of the Lok Sabha seats. Assembly election, ADMK would like to, was normally contested in 70% of the assembly seats. So this is about Congress. And this is about CPM. CPM and CPI, they are one of the endangered species in Indian political arena. But they have always managed to piggyback somebody and get some seats. The only party in all these years, last 55 years, they never, what do you call that? Only once they never sent an MLA to that was in 2016 when they experimented with this Makkal Nala Kutani. That time they draw a blank. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 5, something like that they would be sending. Because they will cling on to any one alliance partners. They may put up a brave face and all outside, but they will come to the compromise with the any number of seats. So that's one of the things of this is about left party's vote share all these years. This is about DMDK. DMDK was also a flash in the pan. So it came on 2026 at 234. Then no, again 29 seats came to 0, 0, then 0. Now also actually they are contesting around 10 seats. One do not know how many seats may, 2 times actually. If you see the MDMK, MDMK is a party which was considered actually is going to capture the space of the DMK when it came out of DMK. But mind you, MDMK won 6 seats only in 2006 when they aligned with Jayalalitha. Last time they contested in rising sun symbol and they got 2 or 3 seats, I think. 2 or 3 seats. Otherwise, nobody entered the assembly as an MDMK person. Only in 2006, in the last 35 years of their, or 30 years of their political career, only once actually they got 6 seats. This is about DMDK's vote share. It plummeted, it went up to 10%, then came down to 0.43%. This is about DMDK's votes. Again, this is about NTK. NTK is a rising party. One of the actually phenomenal party in whole of India. It's the only party organically growing. One may like its ideology or not, but the only party in India, as far as my knowledge goes, it is organically growing, starting from 1% to 4% to something like that. I have in fact identified there are 150 seats in Tamil Nadu assemblies. NTK, Nam Tamilar Katchi, got minimum 50 votes to 5,000 votes every election, 150 seats. They did not come down. One election they got some 500 votes, came down to 300 votes, not like that. Every time they were increasing minimum of 50 votes to 5,000 votes, 2,000 votes in 150 constituency. It's a very, very organized party to be looked out in the future. So this is the NTK's votes growth. No assembly seats they have actually. That is actually possibility actually. This is the average votes. Actually, just like Mr. Bharat, I also divide Tamil Nadu into 6 regions. Madras with 30 seats, Madras and suburbs, Tiruvallur and Sriperumbudur. The North Tamil Nadu with 60 seats and Kongul region with 54 seats. Then Delta with 36 seats. Then actually upper south with 30 seats and down south. Down south is Thoothukudi, Tirunelveli, Tenkasi and Kanyakumari. So because the voting habits are different in this region, the upper south and down south. That's why actually I have divided that way. This is the average vote he gets. See that. In each region. Delta region he is very popular. So it's a party to be watched in the future. This is another 2 region. This is the growth. This is NTK's 25,000 beyond votes. How many? These are all the places. Anyway, he is not going to win any seats this time around. This is about MDMK. I have already told. Nothing to. This is the only solitary 6 seats in 2006. 2021, maybe 2 or 3 seats. I don't know that. I don't remember. Do you remember, sir? 3. 2 or 3, yes. This is their vote share, MDMK, sir. PMK is a very different party. PMK vote share, actually, it has gone up. And PMK is a party, when it was started in 1991, 89 also they contested, 91. That party is only one party in Tamil Nadu where their actually support base is in pockets. That's why they could get a deposit in the first election itself in 28 seats. They won 1 or 2 seats, I think. The Pandroti Ramachandran won from that Pandroti seat. But they could get deposit in 28 seats. Later also they used to get deposits. In some elections they did not get, but otherwise many places, even in the place called Edappadi, where actually our chief minister, the former chief minister Edappadi is contesting, they always give a sleepless nights to the Edappadi because they get around 50,000 votes. There are places in Pennagaram, Palakkodu, Mettur, these are all the places, Dharmapuri, where actually they get more than actually winning. Either they come first or second. And in some parts of this, Vidipuram, Dindivanam, Vanur, these are all the places also. So this is about BJP. BJP from 80 it started, it was 0.25%, then it went to 0.35%, then 1.7%, 1.81%, went up to 12.8, then 2.84% only. This is BJP on their own or with alliance also. Most of the assembly elections they contested on their own. I will tell you one more thing about BJP. BJP or the NDA. In NDA, BJP has got a block. BJP, PMK, AMMK, TMC, IJK. All put together, it comes to around 62 seats, I think. Given this scenario, I am visualizing, I am expecting to emerge in the coming days. BJP should put all its efforts, all its resources, all kinds of resources behind these 62 seats. My gut feel is they can minimum win 36 seats and emerge as a deciding factor of the next government. But I have great faith in BJP people. They won't do that. They will always miss the bus. This time also, there are some BJP leaders sitting here. So this is a golden opportunity, both in Kerala and here. Here it's a golden opportunity. Out of 62 seats, if they plan well, if they put up good candidate in places like Avadi, if you take, last 2 times, Avadi is from 2011 only, it's a new constituency. Avadi, 2 times actually the ADMK won, once actually DMK won. But it is not a easy constituency, it's a tough constituency. BJP has got Avadi now. They have to see a very powerful candidate to put against the current incumbent MLA and minister Nazar. But they won't do. They will put a lightweight person and easily he will give up. Likewise, Tirunelveli was a place actually, they have given, Tirunelveli is a swing seat. Always it changes. I would like to say something to you also. There are 2 important seats in Tamil Nadu. One is actually Ramanathapuram, another is Namakkal, which are called the bellwether seats. That means actually any party or alliance partner wins that seats, they will form the government. It is happening not 1 or 2 times, it is happening for the last 15 times. Last 15 times. Namakkal, Ramanathapuram and Namakkal. Either the Dravidian party or the party or the alliance partner. Sometime Congress, sometime DMDK or only the alliance party. In India actually for parliament election there is a place called, parliament seat called Valsad in Gujarat. That's a bellwether seat. Assam has got the East Guwahati is a bellwether seat in Kerala, Vellore is a bellwether seat. Whoever wins Vellore, for the last 8 elections, 8 assembly elections, you can see that. So, please watch. Anybody who wants to conduct survey, go and do the survey in Ramakkal and Ramanathapuram. So, finally you will find out that who is winning this election. But this election is going to be a very, very interesting election. But my advice to the BJP guys actually is, it is a golden opportunity. You have never won, twice you have won 4 seats, one time with the alliance with the DMK and another time an alliance with the ADMK. Only once you won that Patmanavaram state. Now also they have got 4 seats in Kanyakumari. I will say with confidence that Kanyakumari, because of the Christian majority district, Vijay is going to again spoil. So you will be the beneficiary if you put up a good candidate and you can take 1 minimum or 2 seats from there. You will never, because you have won only once Padmanabhapuram and once Nagarkoil in the last 40 years, 45 years. So it is a golden opportunity for BJP, for other parties also. So don't take this election. Last time I told that Tamil Nadu is winning. Here in the same platform I told that Bengal. Likewise in Bengal also, Didi is ahead, but BJP is chasing, and it can actually could get around 120 to 130 seats. That's a kind of a watershed moment there actually. Thank you. Mostly in city actually, for example, so these are all some of the things. I will, 1 second, I will show you some SAR related slides. I don't know how to. How to make it show? I don't know. Share to the screen. Open. Where actually it is there? Open. Huh? I am very poor in computer. All these actually, in a crude way I learned this. Oh, this is about Ashram. Voters deleted in Tamil Nadu. Multiple entries ka har delete another idalla. This is district wise list. Again, you see that. So more number of votes actually, 14 lakh votes is deleted in Chennai, in fact. Cities actually more number of votes are deleted. Coimbatore also, Madurai also, more number of votes are deleted. This is due to multiple entries. There are other things which I will show. Open. This is deleted voters SAR. This is a whole number, 1.53 lakhs. How it is going to impact that I will tell you later. So this is the numbers. This is a slide. Due to death. So if you see that Kanyakumari, it was 57,000. Mostly shifting was the major thing. Shifting of their residence was the major thing which actually influence the defeats, the deletion. So otherwise, death and all, it is 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. In a district, some district have got 10 seats, some have got 4, some have got only 2 seats, some have got 16. Chennai district has got 16 seats, likewise. This is about house shifted. This is the biggest one. So out of 14 lakhs, 12 lakhs in Chennai was due to only house shifting. That got deleted. Let me come to the SIR list. SIR also, it is another Vijay. SIR is also another Vijay, which is going to affect DMK more. It's going to affect DMK more. Let's actually, so now it is.
It's a time for question hour. We have only 15 minutes. 8 o'clock the program will end with Vande Mataram. So please utilize the time very effectively. The mic will be given to the questioners. So let us start.
Good evening. Yeah. I'm Satish Rajamani. My question is for Mr. Bharatram about the Bengal numbers where you had indicated about TMC's vote share increasing. In my view, that is because of illegal entrants from West Bengal. Did you reckon the fact that post SIR, the percentage is going to come down for TMC, which will definitely affect the prospects of TMC?
In doing this analysis, I have assumed what is official data. So if somebody was on the electoral rolls and has voted, the only thing we can go with is he is a voter. Whether legal, illegal is not, cannot be captured by me. Of registered voters, that statistic that I showed you is perfectly true. If there is truth in the argument that there were many infiltrators, officials' data should have shown that these are all infiltrators. That is why this reason code he showed for Tamil Nadu. The same way there should be a reason code that says infiltrator, that's why removed. We don't see that in any official data. So if we take purely official data, there is no evidence to suggest that reduction in voters is because of removal of infiltrators. But again, to continue the point that he showed, what he mentioned is maximum deletions have happened in Chennai district. If you see historically urban centers, typically we say people don't vote, that's why voter turnout is low. But if you see SIR, what has happened in Bengal, where I can talk with more data, is Calcutta has been the area where maximum voter deletions have happened. If you again take the hypothesis that a lot of infiltrators have been removed, what evidence for that would have been that lot of deletions would have happened in all the border districts. Election Commission data itself shows that that is not the case. Maximum deletions have happened in Kolkata area, which is again a region, that whole presidency region is not a minority stronghold. Statistical evidence therefore shows only that it has been a cleanup. Primarily in urban areas, in case of Bengal, and like he showed, same in Tamil Nadu. That would be.
Good evening. My name is V. Vijay Krishna. My question is with regard to the impact of the linguistic minorities who have migrated to the great state of Tamil Nadu over a period of 30 years. So in the wake of recent attacks based on linguistic identity, is there any possibility that it is going to see a tectonic shift, or the so-called linguistic minority identity impacting the present electoral performance, denting any party's image? And the second, it's a very witty question. Are there any giant killers emerging in Tamil Nadu where great leaders are going to lose, like the MLA who contested from Kamareddy defeated the incumbent Chief Minister KCR and also Anumula Revant Reddy. Thank you.
Second question, very easy. We don't know the candidate list on both sides. So we will, when it comes out, we can make a better analysis of that. First question, very good question. What I found when I looked at Tamil Nadu is, if you look at census data, again 15 years old, it shows 6 to 7% of Tamil Nadu shows Telugu as their primary language. Therefore, it is a very, very key component of elections in Tamil Nadu. That is one clear part. I am not sure whether that linguistic minority has favored one party overwhelmingly over the others. There is no public data or research done on that to support any argument, so I don't want to comment. Another part is, if you look at the 1 year belt, if you go westwards and see this region from Vellore right up to Dharmapuri, Krishnagiri, there are a lot of linguistic minorities there. There is some Kannada speaking, Telugu speaking. So this all has tremendous impact on election results in that region. If you see, therefore, choice of candidate, even in that specific small region, it will be a very, very, very delicate balancing act. And you will see that caste calculation, linguistic calculation. We will know full picture of that when both sides have announced.
Rapidly anti-minority language people, linguistic minority people. It was Seeman only. Seeman has given 4 seats to Saurashtra people. 4 or 5 seats, I think, in Madurai area. No, over a period, actually, they will get actually.
Yes, I am Professor Venkateshwaran. All your analysis will give us a pattern by which the election results have been emerging. But I don't want this to happen, but the fact is, DMK has consolidated its vote bank by wooing women folk and students. In all colleges, second year, third year students have given laptop. And I have done a survey in amongst all students that they are bent upon voting for DMK. So consolidated vote, apart from minority votes, which they have already pocketed, the women vote because of freebies and student vote. I think what I do not want to happen will happen. Meaning that DMK has already won the battle. I want to take your views.
See, like you said, I think the exact picture we will know only in a post-poll survey, where clearly we will go by segment, see what's happened and see whether that hypothesis is validated. But women vote has traditionally been a ADMK stronghold. How much it shifts, there is also going to be another X factor in this. The appeal of Vijay among that vote segment. How it finally goes, I think, is open to interpretation. I think only a post-poll survey will give us a very conclusive answer. We can form hypothesis now. My hypothesis was there will be some leakage of votes from ADMK side to Vijay. How much incremental vote will go from, let's say, ADMK to DMK depends on promises. Last time there were very, very targeted promises made for women in the manifesto, which is why I mentioned as of now we don't know the DMK manifesto. We don't know what is going to be offered. If there is something very specific, again there, they may be the beneficiary. But premature to make a judgment on this as of now would be my opinion.
Next question.
Hello, I'm Venkat Raman. You said that all these 4 states are non-Hindi speaking states. So in Tamil Nadu, we have a combination of ADMK, DMK. In Kerala also LDF, UDF. Assam, it is because of the infiltrators, BJP is a stronghold. But in case of Bengal, you said that presidency, West Bengal presidency is around Calcutta. it is more supportive to Mamata Banerjee, in spite of her anti-Hindu, anti-national. Yeah, why these people are so mad of Mamata Banerjee and TMC? The presidency people, Calcutta, urban, it's a metro. You said there's a Mamata stronghold in that area.
Past surveys have shown that the Bengali intelligentsia likes the idea of Bengali identity that is portrayed by Mamata Banerjee. And it has been a very strong, one of the reasons why TMC has done very well in that region. Also, if you see Bengal as a whole, I don't know the answer. If you see economic performance, you would expect to see changes of government very frequently. But I think there is something about the Bengal voter, I think he's very, very patient with his governments. You've seen only 2 changes of guard in 50 years. And if you see both those years, momentous things have happened. So in 1977, close to I was being born, but there was, I think, food shortages, power cuts, smallpox epidemics, all kinds of things that finally made the CPM come to power. You have large-scale demonstrations against land acquisition in Singur, Nandigram, etc., which caused the left front to lose and Mamata to come in. But if you see the pattern of governance, economic policy, broadly there is continuity, in my opinion, between the left front and TMC. There has been no divergence in policy. But still, the question of why Bengal has not changed is something that I have not also clearly understood.
Hello sir, I'm Satish. So far DMK has been enjoying all the minority votes, right? Both Christian and Muslim votes. And how will Vijay's entry impact? I mean, what percentage could he be able to get from them, both the minorities?
This is again hypothesis. You take minorities in 2 areas. Take, for instance, Kanyakumari district, 50% plus minority. If you see voting patterns historically, you will see a phenomenon that's called strategic voting, meaning that there is a vote to defeat a particular person. Okay, and there is broadly, you will see that in Bengal also, there is consolidation of who is best placed to defeat somebody. That alignment has been seen in the past, over the past 25-30 years, apart from once, I think, when one BJP candidate won. Kanyakumari has shown a clear trend that way. Rest of the state, there is no clear evidence of how it has moved. Definitely there may be some impact, but how much is a very speculative question as of now. For instance, minority voting patterns in Chennai may be very different from voting patterns in Kanyakumari. But what will be that final percentage is very difficult to estimate at this point.
Hello, this is Karthik. I wanted to ask about both of you told about generally the entrant of a new party makes the divides the vote share and always it helps the ruling party or incumbent governments. But both of you mentioned that Vijay's entry will affect DMK a lot with 8% of votes, and ADMK's votes will only be casted for 4%. So why is that? And another question is about Vijay. Always the minorities tends to don't watch movies, like Orthodox Christians and all doesn't watch movies. So you both mentioned that Vijay will get a sizable vote share from minorities. So why is that?
Firstly, what I want to highlight is many of the numbers I showed on Vijay is what I call a baseline scenario. What I've built the baseline scenario on is, since you don't have any historical data, you try to estimate what a new entrant is likely to get. The answer I came to was 10 to 15. In my forecast, I used the midpoint of that, around 12.5. So it is not any basis of any survey or anything like that. It is a guesstimate based on historical data. The second question you asked is, why is it more from one side, more from another? That, I think there is a little more evidence to suggest that the swing voter in the last election was three segments, as I told you: youth, scheduled castes, and urban voter. In my assessment, if you see who is likely to be the beneficiary of that swing voter, likely to be more Vijay than the other side, which again says why he will draw more from DMK rather than ADMK. Because the swing voter, two of the three segments are Vijay's target vote bank.
Venkateshwaran from Mylapore. Venkateshwaran from Mylapore. Is RSS is giving some sort of advice to Tamil Nadu BJP? You don't? Ah. Oh, this is. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
See, I look at past data, so if you have to get a conclusive answer to that, only result will show. But you look at it from a very number thing. BJP is contesting roughly about 10% of seats. Even if they get, let's say, 40% vote in all those 10% of seats, it means your vote share will go to 4 to 5%. So from that itself, you can say from the 10.5% you saw, it is going to dip. But it is purely logic of contesting seats. The more important statistic will be to see in the contested seats as compared to when Annamalai was there in 2024, from that assembly segments, how they have done. That we will have to wait for the result and see.
வைகறை விவாத மேடையினுடைய சேர்மன் திரு மதிப்பிற்குரிய ஆடிட்டர் மோகன் அவர்கள் திரு பரத்ராம் அவர்களுக்கு பரிசு வழங்கி கௌரவிப்பார்கள். நம்முடைய இரண்டாவது விவாத மேடை மிகவும் சிறப்புற நடைபெற்று நிறைவுறும் தருவாய்க்கு வந்திருக்கிறது. இந்த நிகழ்விலே பங்கு பெற்று மிக சிறப்பாக தங்களுடைய பங்களிப்பை செய்த போல்பல்ஸ் ஃபவுண்டர் திரு பரத்ராம் அவர்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். அத்துடன் செஃபாலஜிஸ்ட் திரு நாகராஜன் அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். இந்த விவாத நிகழ்ச்சியிலே பங்கு பெற்ற அனைவருக்கும் எங்களுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்வதோடு நாங்கள் நடத்தும் அனைத்து மாத நிகழ்ச்சிகளிலும் தவறாது கலந்து கொண்டு எங்களுக்கு பேராதரவை தருமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். இந்த அரங்கை தந்து உதவிய ராமசாமி ஐயர் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் மற்றும் இதற்கு சிற்றுண்டி வழங்கிய எங்களுடைய ஆதரவாளர்கள் மற்றும் ஒளிபெருக்கி அமைத்து கொடுத்த நண்பர் ஜான்சன் அவர்கள் மற்றும் இங்கே வந்திருந்து இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு செய்யும் தமிழலை மற்றும் தினமலர் ஆகிய 2 சேனல்களுக்கும் மற்றும் அனைவருக்கும் எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். வந்திருக்கும் அனைவரும் தயவுசெய்து உங்களுடைய பேரையும் தொலைபேசி எண்ணையும் கொடுத்து செல்லுவோம். அடுத்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு முன்பு நாங்கள் தொடர்பு கொள்ளவும் அழைப்புதலை அனுப்புவதற்கும் வசதியாக இருக்கும். ப்ளீஸ் கைண்ட்லி என்ரோல். ஓகே, அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி. வந்தே மாதரம். வாழிய செந்தமிழ் வாழ்க நற்றமிழ்.